Hello everyone and welcome finally to the air poll for the first litter of the Ravenwing pack. I'm sorry this took so long to get out. It kind of got lost in the shuffle as I was moving the last time, that is. So yeah, I apologize for that. But we are here and we're going to be going through the pups and taking a look at them. There will be a link to a poll in the video description where you can vote on which one of them should be the litter heir. That doesn't necessarily mean that will be the wolf to continue on the main legacy of the Ravenwing pack. However, it does mean that wolf will be in the running, and if that wolf later appears in Lost Tales, their story may be a little bit extra special as well. There will also be a link to a quick reference sheet that has even more information about the wolves, such as notes on which we observed about what we observed about them during the litter. It also has a quick reference of their stats, coats, etc. And so that is something you guys will be able to take a look at. It's just a Google spreadsheet, so make sure to check out the link for that as well. But with that said, let's go ahead and jump in, and we're starting off here with Haze, who I remember her coat was a little bit of a surprise because we were wondering if she was going to turn out to look a lot like Cassia. However, instead, she ended up getting the 755M Hall of Fame coat, which is a genetic black coat. All of the pups either have one black coat gene and one gray coat gene, or two gray coat genes, because Cassia had a black coat gene and a gray coat gene, or has, and Ton has two gray coat genes, so they're all either going to have a gray coat or one black coat gene and one gray coat gene. This is also, they know this wolf had a black coat because this is one of the Yellowstone wolf coats and they gene tested a lot of them. So even though this is a deceptively gray looking coat, it is genetically black. Haze also has these really bright kind of greeny eyes. They're very, very pretty and they stand out very well against her coat. She is a very pretty wolf, even though she didn't end up getting the same coat as Cassia like we were predicting she might. Still a very stunning wolf. Let's go ahead and we'll listen to her howls as well. A bit of a higher pitched one there, and then for her secondary. Well, that one's a bit deeper, so she's got some range there, and it doesn't look like she rolled any of these customizations. However, if you are a member either of my Patreon or of the subscriber Discord server from my Patreon, my channel memberships here on the JayPlays channel, or a subscriber on my Twitch channel at JZX535, as long as you're over 13, you'd have access to the Discord and be able to put in some ideas for what could happen to some of these pups between the time when they were a pup and the time when they became an adult. So maybe one of them got a torn ear from getting in a fight, or has a fluffy tail or a mange tail. Whatever you guys think, you can put your ideas there and have a chance of having them be added to our canon wolves. I'm not going to promise that every idea will be added, but I do try to add as many as I can that I feel fit and make sense. So that's something that you guys can look into if you are interested in that and want to support the channel, which is always helpful as well, so that I'm able to keep making these videos and doing what I do here on YouTube. But as for Haze's stats, she doesn't have a strength modifier or a health modifier. She does have -1 stamina, however, and +1 speed. So she's a little bit of a faster wolf, but otherwise fairly average and doesn't have the most endurance. And of course, she was the 2F member of the Ravenwing pack. But that is Haze, and next up we have Antares, and Antares has the 926F coat from the Lamar Canyon pack. It is a very, very pretty coat, another one of those black coats, but this one has a bit of a reddish tint to it here, and is a genetic black coat as well. So he also has these kind of greeny yellow eyes. They're very, very pretty, and once again stand out quite well. They're very striking. We've got a lot of striking wolves in this this particular litter here, although I feel like we always do. I don't know. I'm always complimenting the coats in this game because they're all just so darn pretty. The team has done a very good job on them. Let's go ahead. We'll listen to his howls as well. Bit of a higher pitched one, and then for a secondary, slightly lower mid-tone, so he's got a little range there. He didn't roll for any of these customizations, but if you are part of my Patreon or you are a member of the supported Discord, then you will have access to a place where you can put in ideas if you think that he gained any particular customizations between the time when he was a pup and when he became an adult. As for his stats, he's got +1 strength and stamina, but -1 speed and health, so he's a little bit of a slower wolf. He's not quite as tanky, but he is quite strong, and he does actually have a lot of endurance. And he was the 2M member of the Ravenwing pack. So that is Antares. Next up we have Robin. And Robin has the 859M coat. It is a black coat. It's got this really reddish look on it too, which is actually quite fitting for her name when you think about it. She got kind of that red belly that robins tend to have. And she did get these nice lighter yellow eyes as well. They are very, very pretty as well. Once again, stand out quite strikingly. Let's also listen to her howls. Bit of a higher one, and then for her secondary. Oh, that one's even higher. And she didn't roll any of the customizations here, no radio collar, but of course, if you are a member of the supporter Discord or my Patreon, you'll have the chance to submit your ideas for what you think could have happened to her between the time she was a pup to when she became an adult there. As for her stats, she has +1 strength, -1 speed, but the rest is neutral. So again, fairly average stats here. And she was the 3F member of the Ravenwing pack. Now that, of course, is Robin. Next up we have Griffin. And Griffin has actually an NPC coat. You can see that it's not listed anywhere here. It is, I think, the variant. It says the variant of the 859M coats. That one is up here, according to the wiki at least. That's what the variant is. So he's got kind of that lighter spot on his head and a little bit of lighter fur, I think, overall. He also got these very yellowy eyes. Similarly to his siblings, they do stand out quite well. Let's also listen to his howls here, too. Bit of a deeper howl, and then for his secondary. That's also a bit of a deeper one. Now, he did actually roll the radio collar, but of course, if you think there's any other customizations that he should have, then definitely let me know. If you're a member of the Patreon or the supporter Discord, you'll have the chance to submit your potential ideas for that there. Now, as for stats, he was actually a runt, so he has +1 strength, but -2 stamina, -2 speed, and -1 health. So he is a little bit stronger than your average wolf, but he definitely doesn't have the endurance or the speed, and he doesn't really have the health either. And of course, he was the 3M member of the Ravenwing pack. So that is Griffin, and next up we have Condor. And Condor here actually also has an NPC code. It's based off the 830F code, at least according to the wiki 830F Blacker. And this is what it looks like. It's very, very pretty with especially a little bit of that tint. She's also got kind of a greenish tint to her eyes, which is a little bit different, and we've been seeing a lot of yellow tones. But let's go ahead. We'll also listen to her howls here. Ooh, that's a very exuberant one and a bit on the deeper side. And then for her secondary. That's a very much higher one, so she's got some range as well, and she did actually get the radio collar too. But again, if you guys think that there's other customizations you'd like to see her have, you have kind of a story for it, you think something happened to her between the time she was a pup and the time she became an adult, then let me know. If you're a member of the Patreon or the supporter Discord, there's places there where you have the chance to suggest those ideas and have the chance of them being added to the canon for the game, whether or not she shows up as the heir or whether she appears in a Lost Tales story in the future. But as for her stats, she has -2 stamina but +2 speed, so she's a pretty swift wolf, but her strength and her health are neutral, and she doesn't have the most endurance. And of course, she was the 4F member of the Ravenwing pack. But that is all the pups from the first litter, so of course there will be a poll for them in the video description where you can vote on which one you want to see. And there's also a quick reference sheet here where you can see what their different preferences, such as territory size or den location, if they prefer open dens, wooded dens, a specific type of rock, dirt, or wooded or tree dens. Whatever the case may be, you can see all those details there if there's anything in particular they're afraid of, as well as some additional notes on their stories, some of the things that happened to them when they were pups, pups and things that we observed during the litter. But with that, we are going to go ahead and wrap this up here for today because it is getting to be about that time again. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.